If you've been watching Seattle's hot real estate market and feeling like you have to give up every safeguard, like a home inspection, your financing contingency, just to get your offer noticed, take a deep breath. You've got more options than you might think. We're going to work through this together. So I'm Emily Cressey. I'm with Keller Williams Greater Seattle, and today we're digging into 4 different approaches to handling your home inspection contingency when you buy a house. Each strategy comes with its own set of pros and cons, and my goal is to help you find the right fit for your comfort level, your financial situation, and your long-term peace of mind. Here's the first strategy. It's called the Traditional Inspection Contingency. And in a typical, slow, balanced market, this is how it works. Buyers make their offer to purchase contingent on a satisfactory home inspection. This is the least risky option because you get a thorough report of the home's condition, structural elements, mechanical systems, appliances, etc., before you're locked into the deal. So if something comes up, you can negotiate repairs with the seller or decide to walk away. However, in today's ultra-competitive landscape, an inspection contingency can push your offer down on the priority list if you're going up against other buyers who don't have it. So if they're waiving the inspection contingency, your offer might not get accepted if you have one in there. Strategy number 2, which is the pre-inspection. This is another option, and you can actually do a inspection before you ever submit your offer. For example, if you tour the house on Thursday and you like it, and there's an offer review date on Tuesday, maybe you have your inspection on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so you can see what the condition of the home is and you can confirm whether you feel comfortable making an offer after you've seen the inspection and how crazy you want to go on price or other terms after you know whether the house is solid or not. On the plus side, this allows you to make an offer without including an inspection contingency, but the downside is that pre-inspections cost money, typically a few $100s, depending on the size of the home, maybe $500 or more. And if you do this multiple times without actually winning the house by having the best offer, then those costs can start to add up. So it's a good strategy if you're confident you won't have to shop around too long and you're willing to make a strong offer on the house that you're inspecting. So the third strategy is waiving the inspection entirely. Waiving the inspection is what many people do when they say, I'm not going to have an inspection at all. It can make your offer stand out, but obviously it's a little risky. Without an inspection, you could end up facing expensive issues later, problems hidden in attics and crawl spaces or behind walls. And one way to reduce this risk is to purchase a home warranty, which is like a low deductible insurance policy, and that costs a few $100s. And the home warranty can help cover certain issues that, if the furnace breaks or something goes wrong with the plumbing that first year, it can help. It doesn't provide full peace of mind, but it can help offset costs of some unexpected repairs. And number 4 is utilizing what's called a seller-provided inspection. So sometimes when we're lucky, the seller has already had a licensed home inspector go through the house and examine everything, and they will share that report with potential buyers. And this is the best of both worlds. You don't have to pay for the inspection. You know the property's condition before you make the offer. And you can then, if you choose to, you can waive your contingency with a fair amount of confidence. It's not your inspector. Maybe he was a easy breezy inspector that didn't catch everything, but at least someone's been through there that's licensed, that has a duty to make an unbiased report. So unfortunately, whether you see this type of report or not depends entirely on whether the seller chooses to provide it. They could have had the inspection and then just kept it to themselves, but it's a huge advantage for both the buyer and the seller if they do pass it on to you. Now, if you're worried about whether the seller's inspector could hide something, don't be too worried. They kind of risk their career and their licensure if they're being deceptive there. So it's their duty to say everything, even if it's bad news. But obviously, not everyone is equally talented or qualified or thorough. So if you are able to, it might be a good idea to look at the inspection and then go visit the home and look at those items in more detail. You can always do your power preview, and I have another video on that. It's about half an hour long that tells you what to look for when you're looking at homes. So let me know if you need to see that. And also, once you've purchased the home, if you end up winning the bid, you can always have it inspected by your own guy afterwards. So if there are any issues, bats in the belfry or something that weren't caught by the first inspector, at least, you can't get a refund or anything. You can't get a discount or have the old seller fix it, but at least you know about it and you can make plans and budget for doing some of those repairs after you've purchased the home. In conclusion, choose the strategy that fits you best. There's no one size fits all here. It's going to depend on the market. It's going to depend on the house that you're looking at, whether you think you're going into a multiple offer situation or not. Some buyers prefer maximum assurance and safety, and there's no one size fits all solution here. Some buyers prefer maximum assurance and safety, and maybe they lose out on some houses because other buyers are more aggressive. So other people want to throw caution to the wind and they don't need an inspection, and their dad looked at it and thought it was fine, so they're willing to go forward without a formal inspection. The point here is to know your comfort zone, understand your risks, and protect yourself as best you can while still being competitive in the marketplace. So you got to do what makes sense for you. I'm here to guide you through this process and make sure that you feel confident every step of the way, being well educated and making good decisions. So feel free to give me a call or text. You can look in the links in my bio to schedule a time to meet on Zoom if you'd like, and I'd be happy to talk to you no matter what stage you are, whether you're still deciding if this is right to you or you're ready to start looking, or you already have your eye on a home and you think you might want to buy it. Anyway, we'll explore your options together and craft a winning strategy that works for you. My name is Emily. I'm looking forward to meeting you, and until then, I'll see you on the next video.